Assalamu alaikum, brothers and sisters. We're back at this again. Today's little show is about Nasir Ahmad Sultani. Here, check him out. Got a few pictures on the guy. All right, so here's the story. I'm actually related to this guy. He was a Qadiani murrabi. He went to the murrabi school. Okay, so first let me tell you how I'm related to him, what the story is. A few days ago, the anti-terrorism police in Pakistan, he was in court for blasphemy, and he's been sentenced to death. Now, it's very unfortunate. I don't know I'm not from Pakistan. I don't live there. I live in America. But blasphemy is a huge thing in Pakistan. Nothing to play with. This guy knew Urdu, Arabic, English. He's read the books of Mirza Ahmad. You know, he seems to be a Lahori Ahmadi, and that's interesting because he says he accepts the Khilafat of the first, second, third, and fourth Khalifa who were not Lahori Ahmadis. So he didn't clarify this. But the reason I say he claims to be a Lahori Ahmadi is because he calls himself a Zilli Baruzi Nabi, right? Just like Mirza Ahmad said. But then he says, no, that's not a real prophet. It's in terms of muhaddis, in terms of being a metaphoric prophet. But nevertheless, these are the dangers of Qadianat. This is exactly the problem with Qadianat. In Qadianat, people are going to claim to be Mujadid and then claim to be a prophet and claim to be a law-bearing prophet and whatever. Those, even though law-bearing prophet doesn't exist in Islam, they'll say it in Qadianat because this is what they're promoting. So I just want to spread the news. He's been given the death penalty. Him and some other guys who were with him. The other guys are Abdul Waheed and Rana Noman Rafakat. Right. So on January 8th, he's been given the death penalty. Not sure when that's going to happen. And just a little basics on the guy. If I could give you some basic demographics, in 1980 he started Jamia in Rabwah. So maybe he was born in 1960. So at about 20 years old, maybe he was 18, he started Jamia. In 1987, he graduated Jamia. So now he's working for the Mirza family. And check this out in my blog entry. I have all this written in my blog entry. So yeah, he was married. He probably got married while he was a murrabi. I can't remember when, but he got married to my mom's maternal cousin, first cousin in Rabwah. I hadn't met the guy initially in Pakistan. I met him in Islamabad. Right, so his brother's a murrabi too. This is a very poor family. In fact, this is where they get their murrabis from, the poorest of families. Because where are these guys going to go? You know, what are they going to do? Quit Ahmadiyya? They're not going to have a job anywhere. So what do you expect these guys to do? Where are they going to go, right? Okay, so anyhow, so back to my script. He graduated from Jamia in 1987. And then he starts working for the Qadiani Jamaat all around Pakistan. He's their employee. He can read Urdu. He knows Mirza Ahmad. He can read Arabic. He's fully trained. In 1999, he quits Ahmadiyya. But you know how it goes. Ahmadis say no one ever quit. They refuse to admit that anyone quit. Right? So they say he was kicked out. So in 2004, I was in Islamabad and I met the guy. I don't remember what they talked about. I was with my dad, but we definitely went to his house, and maybe we stormed out of there. My dad's like really hardcore, so maybe he didn't like the guy, but he wanted to go confront him or something like that. Who knows? So anyhow, in 2012, somehow he flees to Sri Lanka. A lot of Qadianis went to Sri Lanka and tried to get asylum, right? They denied his asylum because he's not in the Jamaat, right? So that's how it works. They're so sick. If you're a Qadiani and you quit the Jamaat, they won't allow you to file for asylum, even if you still believe in Mirza Ahmad. And this guy still calls Mirza Ahmad, you know, good things and et cetera, where obviously Mirza Ahmad is a liar of the highest caliber. All right. So then, is he claiming prophethood? Well, it doesn't seem like it, but he's playing with fire. He's calling himself a Zilli Baruzi Nabi. Why? You don't have to do all that. Well, he even claimed that he was greater than a few of the Jewish prophets. Astaghfirullah, na'uzubillah. So he really took it there, right? So then he's deported in 2016. They send him back to Pakistan, and now he's in hiding, and now he's trying to hide. So he tries to escape from the airport, which is the worst way to try to escape. He was better off sneaking into India, you know. But he tries to on the airport. He gets caught. That's it. He's in jail. His trial goes 4 years. They finally sends him to death for blasphemy. That's the story. Very unfortunate. The Qadiani Jamaat refuses to speak about this. In fact, Rabwah Times, which is their unofficial website, called him a Muslim reformer. See what I mean? They won't even accept that he's an Ahmadi. So these are the games that they're playing, and they still haven't said anything about this whole scenario. How long is this going to last? You know, but this is what they do. They're trained liars. So, ladies and gentlemen, that is the news report coming to you live. Nasir Ahmad Sultani. It's unfortunate, but that's the news report, and I'm out of here. Assalamu alaikum.